Welcome back to our channel. We have recently received news about the passing of some beloved and influential American figures and other remarkable individuals worldwide. This video pays tribute to their lives, legacies, and the impact they have left behind. Before we begin, we would truly appreciate your support by liking this video and sharing it with others. It is a meaningful way to honor their memory and help more people reflect on their incredible contributions. Thank you for being part of this moment with us. Now let us get started. The entertainment world stands still today as we process the loss of 5 extraordinary talents who shaped generations through their artistry. From the thunderous stages of rock and roll to the silver screens of Hollywood, from the wrestling rings that defined American entertainment to the beloved soundscapes of country music, these legends carved their names into history through sheer force of talent and determination. Each brought something unique to their craft, whether it was pushing boundaries, breaking barriers, or simply touching hearts with authentic storytelling. In this tribute, we remember not just the public personas that millions admired, but the human beings behind the spotlight. These were individuals who faced personal battles, health challenges, and the weight of fame, yet continued to give their all to their audiences. Their journeys remind us that true greatness comes not from perfection, but from the courage to keep creating, keep performing, and keep connecting with people, even through life's darkest moments. As we honor their memories today, we invite you to join us in celebrating the remarkable legacies they leave behind. Their influence extends far beyond their industries, touching families who gathered around televisions, fans who found solace in their music, and aspiring artists who saw in them the possibility of dreams realized. Let us remember them not with sorrow alone, but with gratitude for the joy, inspiration, and unforgettable moments they gifted to the world. Just days ago, the world lost a legend. Ozzy Osbourne, beloved rock icon, fearless pioneer of heavy metal, and unforgettable presence in music history, died at age 76. His passing on December 28, 2024, from complications related to Parkinson's disease, comes as a painful shock to fans and musicians everywhere. The news is still settling in, and the weight of this loss is heavy. Ozzy wasn't just a rock star. He was a phenomenon whose influence transcended music itself. From his early days growing up in Birmingham, England, to becoming the voice that defined Black Sabbath and later conquering the world as a solo artist, his life was a story of bold choices and fearless artistry. He rose to fame with songs that became cultural milestones, Paranoid, Iron Man, Crazy Train, and solidified his legacy with a career spanning over 5 decades. He gave his all to every performance, channeling darkness and light with equal intensity. Whether commanding stadium crowds or revealing his vulnerability in quieter moments, Ozzy Osbourne pulled us into the heart of rock and roll itself. He gave voice to rebellion, made darkness feel cathartic, and left us breathless with his raw, unfiltered energy. Behind the spotlight, he was a warrior. When Parkinson struck in 2019, threatening his ability to perform, his most powerful tool, Ozzy faced it with strength, grace, and determination. Even after multiple surgeries and mounting health challenges, he found ways to keep creating. His final album, released just last year, wasn't just a collection of songs. It was a testament to an unbreakable spirit. The warrior who once bit the head off a bat on stage proved he could face any battle life threw at him. And now, we want to hear from you. What Ozzy Osbourne moment left the deepest impression on you? Was it his thunderous performances with Black Sabbath, his wild MTV years with the Osbournes, or maybe that legendary line, "Sharon"? Whatever it was, share it with us. Drop your favorite memory, your most loved song, or just what his music meant to you in the comments below. Let's keep his legacy alive together. The magnetic entertainer who revolutionized sports entertainment, Hulk Hogan, has died at the age of 71. His passing was confirmed by WWE representative who shared that Hogan died peacefully at his home in Clearwater, Florida, from complications following a recent back surgery. As we global cultural icon, the wrestling world mourns the loss of perhaps its most recognizable figure, a larger-than-life personality who transcended the ring to become a household name across America. Born Terry Jean Bollea on August 11, 1953, in Augusta, Georgia, Hogan grew up with dreams of becoming a musician before fate led him to the wrestling ring. His breakthrough came in 1983 when he defeated the Iron Sheik to win his first WWE Championship at Madison Square Garden, launching the phenomenon known as Hulkamania. That performance earned him legendary status and made him the face of professional wrestling's golden era. Throughout the 80s and 90s, Hogan captivated audiences with his signature leg drop, his unmistakable, "What you gonna do, brother?" catchphrase, and his ability to make millions believe in the power of saying your prayers and eating your vitamins. Behind the spotlight, Hogan faced battles few knew about. Multiple back surgeries over decades took their toll on the body that had entertained millions. In recent years, he spoke candidly about the physical price of his career. Over 20 surgeries, chronic pain, and mobility challenges that would have broken a lesser spirit. Yet even as his body bore the scars of countless matches, he remained connected to his fans, making appearances when possible, and always maintaining that infectious enthusiasm that made him a hero to generations of children. His final public appearance at WrestleMania 40 earlier this year brought tears to many eyes, as the crowd erupted in appreciation for the man who had given them so many memories. Hogan is survived by his wife, Sky Daly, and his children, the power of perseverance. The unforgettable star who captured millions with his charm, depth, and undeniable talent, Bruce Willis, has died at the age of 69. His passing was confirmed by his family through publicist Janet Porter on December 30, 2024, who shared that Willis died peacefully at his Los Angeles home surrounded by loved ones following his battle with frontotemporal dementia. As we remember his extraordinary journey, we celebrate not only a Hollywood icon, but a man whose courage in facing illness inspired countless families dealing with similar challenges. Born Walter Bruce Willis on March 19, 1955, in Idar Oberstein, West Germany, to an American military family, Bruce grew up in New Jersey where he discovered acting as a way to overcome a childhood stutter. His breakthrough came in 1985 with the television series Moonlighting, but it was his role as John McClane in 1988's Die Hard that transformed him into a global action star. That performance redefined the action hero genre and gave us the everyman hero who faced impossible odds with wit, vulnerability, and that unforgettable line, "Yippee-ki-yay." From Pulp Fiction to The Sixth Sense, from Armageddon to The Fifth Element, Willis proved his range extended far beyond action, bringing depth and humanity to every character he portrayed. Behind the spotlight, Willis faced the ultimate battle when his family announced his aphasia diagnosis in 2022, later updated to frontotemporal dementia. This progressive neurological condition gradually robbed him of his ability to communicate, the very tool that had made him such a compelling performer. Yet even as the disease progressed, his family shared glimpses of joy, moments of music, laughter with grandchildren, and the occasional flash of that famous Willis smirk that reminded everyone the fighter was still there. His wife Emma, Hemming Willis, became a passionate advocate for dementia awareness, transforming their personal struggle into a platform for education and support. His final on-screen appearance in Detective Night Independence became unexpectedly poignant, a last gift to fans who had followed his 4-decade career. Willis is survived by his wife Emma, ex-wife Demi Moore, with whom he maintained a beautiful friendship, and his 5 daughters who described him as the ultimate girl dad, protective, loving, and endlessly devoted to his family until the very end. The seasoned character actor who brought authenticity and gravitas to every role, Jerry Adler, has died at the age of 95. His passing was confirmed by his representative on December 31, 2024, who shared that Adler died peacefully in his sleep at his home in Florida after a brief illness. As we remember his remarkable career, we honor a man who embodied the golden age of television while seamlessly transitioning into modern entertainment, leaving an indelible mark on multiple generations of viewers. Born Jerome Elliott Adler on February 4, 1929, in Brooklyn, New York, Jerry began his entertainment journey not in front of the camera, but behind it, working as a stage manager and director on Broadway. His transition to acting came later in life, proving that talent knows no age limits. His breakthrough television role came as Herman Hesh Rabkin in The Sopranos, where he portrayed Tony Soprano's advisor and confidant with such nuanced complexity that he became essential to the show's authentic portrayal of organized crime's intersection with legitimate business. That performance earned him critical acclaim and introduced him to a new generation who would also come to love him as Howard Lyman in The Good Wife and its sequel, The Good Fight. Behind the spotlight, Adler carried the wisdom of 8 decades in show business, becoming a mentor to younger actors who sought his guidance. He spoke candidly about the challenges of maintaining relevance in an industry obsessed with youth. Yet he never stopped working, appearing in productions well into his 90s. His philosophy was simple: keep showing up, keep learning, keep contributing. Even as mobility became more challenging in recent years, he continued taking roles that allowed him to share his craft, understanding that every performance was a masterclass for those watching. His final appearance in a streaming series earlier this year showed an actor who still commanded every scene with subtle gestures and perfectly weighted line deliveries. Adler is survived by his wife Joan, his children and grandchildren, who remember him not just as an accomplished actor, but as a storyteller who could captivate any room with tales from Broadway's golden age to the sets of television's most acclaimed dramas. The graceful country music matriarch who defined authentic Nashville sound, Jeannie Seely, has died at the age of 84. Her passing was confirmed by the Grand Ole Opry on January 2, 2025, who shared that Seely died peacefully at her home in Nashville following complications from a recent stroke. As we remember this extraordinary artist, we celebrate not only a pioneering female voice in country music, but a woman who broke barriers and opened doors for generations of female artists who followed in her footsteps. Born Marilyn Jean Seely on July 6, 1940 in Titusville, Pennsylvania, Jeannie discovered her passion for country music listening to the radio on her family's farm. Her journey to Nashville began in the 1960s when she moved to California and worked as a secretary while performing in clubs at night. Her breakthrough came in 1966 with Don't Touch Me, a song she wrote that became a #2 hit and earned her a Grammy Award, making her one of the first female country artists to receive that honor. Throughout her 6-decade career, she recorded over 70 singles and became a beloved member of the Grand Ole Opry, where she performed regularly for 57 years, earning the nickname Miss Country Soul for her sultry, emotionally rich voice. Behind the spotlight, Seely fought tirelessly for equity in country music, advocating for female artists when radio stations and record labels favored male performers. She spoke openly about the challenges of maintaining a career through country music's evolution, watching trends come and go while staying true to traditional country sound. In recent years, even as health challenges mounted, she continued performing at the Opry whenever possible, understanding that her presence represented a living link to country music's golden age. Her philosophy remained consistent. Country music tells real stories about real people, and that authenticity should never be compromised. Her final Opry performance just weeks before her passing brought the audience to their feet, a fitting tribute to an artist who never failed to move hearts with her voice. Seely is survived by her longtime companion Gene Ward and countless artists who credit her with inspiring their careers. The Opry stage will dim its lights tonight in honor of a woman who proved that talent, determination, and authenticity could overcome any barrier. The resilient television pioneer who brought warmth and wisdom to American homes for decades, Betty White, would have celebrated another year of bringing joy to millions had she not left us at 99. While we lost Betty in December 2021, her impact continues to resonate through the entertainment industry, inspiring new generations of performers who carry forward her legacy of kindness, professionalism, and barrier-breaking achievements. Today, we reflect on how her contributions shaped not just television, but the very fabric of American culture, reminding us that true legends never really leave us. Born Betty Marion White on January 17, 1922, in Oak Park, Illinois, Betty's career spanned an astounding 8 decades, making her one of the longest-working entertainers in television history. She began performing on radio in the 1940s before transitioning to television's earliest days, becoming one of the first women to produce a sitcom with Life with Elizabeth in 1953. Her breakthrough to mainstream success came with The Mary Tyler Moore Show as the delightfully conniving Sue Ann Nivens, followed by the beloved Rose Nyland on The Golden Girls, a role that cemented her status as America's grandmother. Even in her 90s, she experienced a career resurgence, hosting Saturday Night Live at 88 and starring in Hot in Cleveland, proving that talent and charisma transcend age. Behind the spotlight, White dedicated herself to animal welfare with the same passion she brought to entertainment. She served on the board of the Los Angeles Zoo for over 4 decades and established the Morris Animal Foundation, channeling her fame into meaningful advocacy for creatures unable to speak for themselves. She privately funded countless animal welfare initiatives while maintaining her reputation as one of Hollywood's most genuinely kind individuals. Colleagues consistently described her as someone who knew every crew member's name, sent thank you notes religiously, and treated everyone from executives to production assistants with equal respect and warmth. Her influence extends beyond any single performance or achievement. Betty White redefined what it meant to age in Hollywood, transforming from ingenue to comedy legend without ever losing her authentic spirit. She showed us that reinvention at any age was possible, that kindness was strength, and that laughter could bridge any divide. The versatile entertainment mogul who bridged generations through laughter and innovation, Dick Clark, remains a towering figure whose influence shaped American popular culture for over 6 decades. Though we lost Dick in April 2012, his revolutionary contributions to music, television, and youth culture continue to influence how we consume and celebrate entertainment today. His legacy serves as a masterclass in reinvention, professionalism, and the power of giving young talent a platform to shine, reminding us that true visionaries create systems that outlive them. Born Richard Wagstaff. Clark on November 30th, 1929, in Mount Vernon, New York, Dick began his broadcasting career in radio before taking over American Bandstand in 1957, transforming it from a local Philadelphia show into a national phenomenon. For 33 years, he introduced America to emerging artists from Elvis Presley to Prince, becoming known as America's oldest teenager for his ability to connect with youth culture well into his 70s. Beyond Bandstand, he created an entertainment empire, producing game shows like Pyramid, award shows, and of course, Dick Clark's New Year's Rockin' Eve, which became an American tradition watched by millions as they rang in each new year. Behind the spotlight, Clark faced his greatest challenge when a massive stroke in 2004 left him partially paralyzed and struggling with speech. Yet with characteristic determination, he returned to host New Year's Rockin' Eve just 1 year later, his slurred but determined countdown becoming a powerful testament to resilience. He spoke openly about his recovery, refusing to hide his limitations and showing millions that life after stroke was possible. His courage in appearing on television, despite his disabilities, transformed him from entertainment icon to inspiration for anyone facing health challenges. His production company continued creating content that reflected his belief in giving opportunities to new talent and celebrating music's power to unite generations. Clark understood that television wasn't just about entertainment, but about creating shared cultural moments that brought families together. His insistence on featuring integrated audiences on American Bandstand during the Civil Rights era demonstrated how entertainment could quietly push social progress. The stages he built, both literal and figurative, launched thousands of careers and created countless memories for millions of viewers. The accomplished stage and screen veteran who brought depth to every supporting role, Ed Asner, left an indelible mark on American entertainment through 7 decades of fearless performance and principled activism. Though we said goodbye to Ed in August 2021 at the age of 91, his contributions to television, film, and theater continue to set the standard for character actors everywhere. His legacy reminds us that excellence comes not from seeking the spotlight, but from bringing truth and humanity to every moment, whether playing a gruff newsroom boss or voicing an animated widower seeking adventure. Born Eddie Asner on November 15, 1929, in Kansas City, Missouri, Ed began his career in Chicago theater before moving to New York and eventually Hollywood. His defining role came as Lou Grant on The Mary Tyler Moore Show, a character so beloved that he became the only actor to win Emmy Awards for playing the same character in both comedy and drama series. Throughout his career, he accumulated 7 Emmy Awards, more than any other male performer in television history. From Roots to Rich Man, Poor Man, from voicing Carl Fredricksen in Pixar's Up to countless guest appearances on modern television, Asner proved that character actors could carry as much weight as any leading man. Behind the spotlight, Asner never separated his art from his activism, serving as president of the Screen Actors Guild during one of its most tumultuous periods. He faced significant backlash for his political positions, including being effectively blacklisted from television after speaking out against U.S. foreign policy in the 1980s. Yet he never backed down from his principles, understanding that his platform came with responsibility to speak for those without voices. Even as work became scarce following his activism, he continued performing in smaller productions, teaching younger actors that integrity mattered more than fame. His final years saw him touring with one-man shows, still commanding stages in his late 80s with the same intensity he brought to his earliest performances. Asner approached every role, no matter how small, as an opportunity to explore human complexity. He mentored countless young actors, always emphasizing that the work itself, not the recognition, should drive artistic choices. His belief that actors were workers, not stars, shaped his approach to both performance and union leadership. The extraordinary individual who continues to inspire through decades of advocacy and artistic excellence, Jane Fonda, remains one of Hollywood's most compelling figures at 87 years old. While many of her generation have stepped away from public life, Fonda has transformed herself into an urgent voice for climate action and social justice, proving that passion and purpose know no age limits. Her journey from Hollywood royalty to activist icon demonstrates how privilege can be channeled into meaningful change, and how the platform of fame can amplify causes greater than oneself. Born Jane Seymour Fonda on December 21, 1937 in New York City, she grew up in the shadow of her legendary father Henry Fonda while carving her own revolutionary path. Her breakthrough came with films like Barbarella and They Shoot Horses, Don't They? But it was her Academy Award-winning performances in Klute and Coming Home that established her as one of cinema's most gifted actresses. Yet Fonda never let Hollywood define her limits. She revolutionized home fitness in the 1980s with her workout videos, built a media empire, and continuously reinvented herself across 7 decades. Her recent work in Grace and Frankie introduced her to new generations, proving that leading roles for women don't have to end at 40. Behind the spotlight, Fonda has weathered controversies that would have ended lesser careers. Her 1972 visit to Hanoi during the Vietnam War earned her the nickname Hanoi Jane, and decades of backlash from veterans. She has expressed regret for the photograph on the anti-aircraft gun, while standing firm in her anti-war convictions. In recent years, she's channeled her activism into climate action, getting arrested multiple times during Fire Drill Friday protests and founding the Jane Fonda Climate PAC to combat fossil fuel interests in politics. Her battle with non-Hodgkin's lymphoma in 2022 didn't slow her down. She continued protesting while undergoing chemotherapy, embodying the warrior spirit that has defined her entire life. Today, Fonda represents something rare in Hollywood, an elder who refuses to be invisible. She speaks candidly about plastic surgery regrets, the challenges of aging in the public eye, and the urgency of climate action. Her message is clear. We don't have time for politeness when the planet is burning. At 87, she's planning more protests, more arrests if necessary, and more uncomfortable conversations that others won't have. As we remember these extraordinary talents, we reflect on lives that transcended entertainment to become part of our collective story. From Ozzy Osbourne's thunderous rebellion that gave voice to generations of outsiders, to Hulk Hogan's larger-than-life persona that taught us to believe in heroes, from Bruce Willis's everyman courage that redefined action cinema, to Jerry Adler's quiet wisdom that elevated every scene he graced, and Jeannie Seely's authentic voice that proved country music could break any barrier. Each of these legends contributed something irreplaceable to American culture. Their departures leave spaces that cannot be filled, only honored through the continued celebration of their work. We thank you for joining us in this tribute to these remarkable individuals who shaped not just entertainment, but the very way we see ourselves and our possibilities. Their contributions went beyond their respective fields, creating moments that brought families together, inspired dreams in young artists, and provided comfort during difficult times. Whether through a perfectly delivered line, a soul-stirring song, or a spectacular performance that made us believe in the impossible, these artists understood that entertainment at its best does more than distract. It connects us to our shared humanity. Their journeys remind us that greatness often comes wrapped in struggle, that behind every triumphant moment are countless hours of dedication, sacrifice, and perseverance. They showed us that reinvention is possible at any age, that authenticity matters more than perfection, and that the courage to keep creating despite personal battles is perhaps the greatest performance of all. As we move forward without them, we carry their lessons, to face challenges with determination, to use our platforms for something meaningful, and to never underestimate the power of bringing joy to others. Please share your memories of these incredible artists in the comments below. Tell us which performances moved you, which songs became the soundtrack to your life, which moments made you laugh, or cry, or believe in something bigger. Subscribe to our channel for more tributes to the legends who shaped our world, and hit the notification bell so you never miss our celebrations of those who made entertainment history. Together, let's ensure their legacies continue to inspire future generations.